if we see your constituency, Mahagama has a lot of potential and it has definitely improved over the years. What are the urgent actions that you think you need to do, and what are the measures that you have taken, or how have you addressed them?
See, Megama has a long way to go. We have been struggling with our basic facilities, be it roads, drinking water, schools, or irrigation facilities. Megama is basically agriculture based, although we have coal mines in the neighboring areas, but we don't have a big industry based on that. The industry nearest is NTPC, which is in Bihar.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of potential in Megama. We are just trying to build it as a health hub. We have it's still in making. 300 bed hospital is being made through CSR fund of ECL. So I think in coming years, apart from industries which are agro based, we want to build the economy based on health sector.
Hmm.
300 bed hospital is a big thing for
Yes.
Mahagama. It is in fact bigger than the aims which we have in Devghar. So a
Right.
lot of economy will flourish around that.
Hmm.
We are trying to build in institutes which will ensure that the trained youth of Mahagama are employed in these hospitals and the local industries which we intend to build in Mahagama. So
Hmm.
I think there's a long way to go, but yes, we are on the right track.
No, but see, 300 is really a big number when you say. Uh, are there any infrastructural gaps that you feel that you really need to address to even make it more developed? And of course, when you are planning to have employment done, which is very sustainable way, of course, what are the problems that you are facing to get that done with your
Over the
vision?
over the years, we have improved on road connectivity. We are close to Devghar, so we have an airport also.
Right.
Uh, Rail connectivity is still pending for Megama, although it was sanctioned during UPA to government, but it is still not implemented. We are looking forward to that. The rail
Hmm.
connectivity will also help us to develop our economy because a lot of people need to travel to and fro to
Right.
to develop a place.
Hmm.
So this communication thing is there, and other than that, I think we will need skilled forces to develop that area. That workforce, I think they don't have good institutions where
Hmm.
they can actually study. And we recently got a degree college in Thakur Gangti, one of our remotest block, and we started Mahagama Degree College last year. So we are still with the basic struggling with the basic education, but I think we need more technical institutions so that our young boys and girls can get employed. This 300 bed hospital will not be just a hospital. I'm trying that we get a medical college so that we have not we have doctors, as well as we are trying to get paramedical institutions there so that this hospital comes up as a solution for our economic development, for opportunities of employment for youth, and then world class health facilities to the residents nearby.
Right. So, ma'am, you are thinking it now. After 78 years of independence, we are still thinking of roads, connectivity, medical, education. You are thinking it now. What do you think has delayed it so much?
See, the consistency should have been there.
Hmm.
I cannot only blame on the previous governments, but the central policies also has damaged us a lot in the last 10-12 years. So I think it's not very good to just keep complaining about it. We are trying to do positive work and get things done, which has been delayed for a long time.
Right.
300 bed, this 300 bed hospital, I would like to share with you that it was approved and the fund was allocated in UPA 2 government. So after 13 years, the state and center did a MOU and this work started. So
So,
on
it's like the problem is at the end delivery. Everything gets approved, end delivery becomes the problematic thing. And then the constituency has to work harder. Whoever leads it has to work harder to get that done.
See, you mentioned a line that women, when they work, they try to complete the task.
Yes.
and they are committed to the delivery.
Right.
So, not just planning, the implementation is a very important part, and
Mm.
that should be taken as a task. And that is what I'm trying to do.
And how are you balancing this transparency and implementation? Because of course there must be many roadblocks.
We have to have deadlines for us.
Hmm.
So, if this was decided in 13, 14 years back, I assure you, when the government has done a MOU 2 years back, the hospital will be complete by next year, end
Right.
of next year.
What were the feedbacks that help you to work toward your constituency and build what you are building today?
See, I've walked across my constituency from one end to the other end in a
Hmm.
program called Gaon Gaon Pao Pao. So I have visited panchayats myself. I have visited all my villages myself. So if you mention a village, I can tell you what is the problem there. So to understand the issues firsthand, that that has helped me a lot. I
Hmm.
understand that today drinking water is the most serious issue in my rural constituency. I understand that youth are looking for better opportunities of education and employment. So that has helped me. I understood that our people are based on agriculture, and we have farmers by I think 80% of our population are is farmers. So I need better facilities of irrigation. I should ensure that they have multiple crops. So we are working towards it, and I think we have succeeded in a lot of things.
Hmm. What are the changes that you have done? What are the projects that you've implemented that you are really proud of?
See, procurement of paddy
Hmm.
has helped my constituency a lot.
Hmm.
We have built small structures to help irrigation. We have more than 60 check dams built. Two major projects were revived. That has helped improve the irrigation facilities, and now farmers are growing multiple crops. Apart from there, a lot of policy changes we could help. We followed up and we got that ensured, like old pension was implemented, which has helped the entire state. And for constituency, the road connectivity, uh, basic amenities in the schools, we are trying to improve. In another 2 years span, I can say that our government schools will have basic amenities in place. So these are the things, and I think I can also talk about my achievement uh, when it comes to strength empowering women.
Hmm.
We have worked a lot with the SHGs, and we are trying to help them with credit linkage, proper training, and engage them in better economic activities.
That's very interesting because when we are securing petty, when we are ensuring the pensions are allotted, this is in a way empowering the rural youth of India and rural population of the constituency, and of course in the villages, which contains the most part of Jharkhand. So, what are the implementation? What are the policies that you think you want to bring in for the sustainable development of the rural community?
See, we are focusing on the implementation of PESA Act in Jharkhand. We are almost there. I think further I would like to work on the women policy. Also, although this is not in my jurisdiction, but because livelihood mission has a big uh, JSLPS is under my ministry, so we
Hmm.
have a big commitment towards women. So we'll work on the women policy in the state. Apart from that, I think drinking water is a big issue in our state. So
Hmm.
things are being worked out because we have been given some central projects, which I don't know when they are going to finish those projects, and we see half-built water tanks and pipelines being laid. But we are also not sure when we'll have enough support as far as funds are concerned to complete this project. So we have to do something about drinking water also. In last tenure of our government, in the leadership of CM, we ensured that we have schemes like Maya Samman, which has helped a lot to improve the conditions of women, whether it is giving this 2,500 rupees, we have ensured that they get into economic activities, they take care of their own health of their children, and education of their children. So we have we have actually taken a lot of decisions, and uh, also on policies like tourism policy, industry policy was in place. We have tried to invite industries which are based on IT. So
Hmm.
these things have been done in the last 5, 6 years. We should have better government policy so that things which have gone haywire in Bangladesh, Jharkhand can be a place where we can invite them and have a good textile and garment based industries across the state. I would like to mention about how scary it was during COVID, and only then I realized my constituency doesn't have enough oxygen beds to take care of our people. So health is also on priority for our state. We have worked a lot on education. We have started scholarship for girls so that they don't face any. We uh, curtail the dropouts number,
Right.
and apart from that, the basic amenities. Then we have started CM School of Excellence so that they have quality education in the rural areas also. Apart from that, we have a scholarship which supports children to go and pursue higher education abroad, Marangom
Right.
Ke scholarship. So these are the things we have worked on multiple segments, and we are going to work in this tenure. I think tourism, employment, education, and health will be on priority.
Right. So, as you said, there are blocks from the centers, and in terms of budget, things are half built. And of course, you can only push your efforts what you can do. Till the time center doesn't approve, you can't do anything. What are the steps that you have taken so that you can bridge the gap in this block?
See, I will not say that we have not done anything and we are just dependent on center. There
Right.
are a lot of schemes which are state supported,
Hmm.
and we have run them very successfully on our own resources.
Right.
But yes, the grants from center means a lot of support and help. Our rightful share of GST and royalty of minerals is our right, and center should not be hesitant in giving that share to us. Almost 1.5 lakh crores is pending with center, but still we have successfully run schemes which are completely state supported, be it Abu Awas or Maya Saman Yojana, this kind of, and a lot of scholarship and pensions. We have surgeon pension, which ensures pension to all senior citizens across any religion and caste. So we have come up with very good social schemes in our state on in our own capacity. But if center is supportive and they don't hold our grants back, then I think we could have done wonderful in the state.
So when you say this 1.5 crores have been still
Lakh
blocked,
crores.
lakh crores, it's a huge amount. And then you say it's a mineral tax that has not been
Royalty, uh,
royalty and tax.
a bit of GST. And I would like to mention about my own department that when it comes to 15 finance grants, or be it labor payment or material payment for Manrega, these funds are also pending with the central government. But we are trying to figure out ways by dialogues at the moment, and we expect that center will support us on this.
Yeah, because otherwise it becomes very tough. How much state can support itself?
That's true. That's true.
Right. So, of course, you spoke about women and the women's development in the constituency because they form a very big number and big portion. What are the steps that have been taken for women empowerment and their sustainable growth, and of course, the representation in the villages?
See, I would like to mention that there are states who have good women policies, but their budget doesn't reflect the allocations. So
Hmm.
the tender budgeting has been done very successfully in our state. We are very proud of that.
Hmm.
Uh, 50 lakh women getting 2,500 every month. Uh, for this scheme is for women between the age group of 18 to 50. So
Hmm.
like that is a kind of support to them to although 2,500 is not a huge amount, it is not a salary, But women who are in the rural areas or who work as homemakers, it is a kind of motivation for them that yes, your work is also appreciated and government is with you. So that is one thing we have to ensure dropouts in the schools. We have designed a scholarship, Savitribai Phule scholarship, which gives 40,000 uh, scholarship to girls studying in class 8 to 12th. Apart from that, 15,000 crores credit linkage to self-help group women is a huge amount,
Right.
and this did not happen in the 17, 18 years of BJP government, when Jharkhand was ruled by BJP. So I think that has helped women to ensure their economic stability, to ensure their health, their education for their children, their self-training and uh, education. Apart from that, I think we need to work more on uh, like 2,500 has helped women to get into the self-help groups. So we are trying to make more self-help groups of women who are beneficiaries of Maya Saman, Maya Saman Yojana, so that their economic activities can improve. Apart from that, political strengthening also of women because of their participation in the local bodies has also helped the women of the state to become a political voice of the state and ensure their participation in the policy decisions. Also, their opinion is honored. So I think with better facilities when it comes to education and health, and apart from that, to increase their economic activities is on priority.
Right. You mentioned SHG, which is very interesting, self-help group, and there are women representation in that. How do you think their role evolves in next 10 years?
I think they are the best change makers
Mm.
and most important for the state now. They are not just working on their economic, they are not just involved in economic activities. They are contributing a lot when it comes to implementing the government schemes.
Right.
So they themselves are beneficiary of the government's schemes. They ensure that their friends, their neighbors also get benefit of those government schemes. So when I was saying that we are just not focusing on planning, we are also focusing on implementation of small little things which the government has initiated. So in those activities, I think these women have contributed a lot, and we appreciate that their contributions.
Do you observe some social and economic barriers when it comes to including women into kind of policy making or implementing things into existing policies? And if so, then how are you planning to mitigate that and reduce those barriers?
See, in local bodies, we have enough representation of women. In fact, more than 50%, in some places, more than 50% participation of them as local representatives. But when it comes to Vidhan Sabha or Lok Sabha, although Jharkhand has a good number of women in the assembly, but I think we should have at least 50% of women in the Vidhan Sabha or upper house, in Lok Sabha, in parliament also. So we are looking forward. Again, we spoke about the central policies.
Mhm.
We are looking forward towards the women reservation in assembly and parliament, so that when we have increased number of women in the house, I
Mhm.
think we will be in a position to contribute more and ensure that whatever we say, whatever we think, and whatever we gather from the women at grassroots is implemented and reflects in the policy of the government.
Right. What is your vision of ideal Jharkhand's village?
See, our Jharkhand villages are very beautiful, very green, and I think we should maintain this. We should not lose on the greenery of our villages.
Mhm.
We should have good connectivity. We should have health services. And apart from that, I think clean villages is very important. We must ensure that there's no pollution because of plastic and other pollutants. So I think of an ideal village of Jharkhand, apart from the basic infrastructure, I imagine that the residents of that village are empowered, educated, and uh, economically also they are good enough so that they don't have to migrate to other states for their livelihood. So bringing that livelihood opportunities to them, uh, to the villages, is one of the one of the things which is on priority. And I think if we can keep our villages clean, green, and water sufficient, I think that would be the kind of village I would like to see
Now,
Jharkhand
you
as.
rightly pointed out about immigration. There's a mass immigration. A lot of people are moving out of Jharkhand and across India from different villages to biggest cities for employment. What do you think can be done to retain its youth? Because that's important.
See, COVID taught a lot of things to the world and
Right.
to Jharkhand also.
Hmm.
We realized the number of people who had migrated to different part of the country for their livelihood.
Hmm.
So that time we not just ensured their safety, security, and bringing them back safely to the state, and we ensured they get opportunities, livelihood opportunities through Manrega and other. And we ensured that a lot of women participate in the SHGs group so that they have the credit linkage to create something of their own and ensure employment for others also around them. So COVID taught us this lesson. Now what we have tried for our migrancy, migration is not always negative.
Hmm.
If people willingly want to go for better opportunities, they are most welcome.
Hmm.
And we have people from not just our state, but from the entire country have migrated to not to different state, but to other countries also.
Right.
So if that is by choice, I think that should be welcomed and appreciated. But migrating out of distress uh, is a concern for the state. We are trying to create livelihood opportunities in the state itself so that they don't have to migrate for minimal jobs. Like a lot of Jharkhand tribal, especially tribal girls, have migrated to urban cities to work as domestic helpers. So we have trained quite a big number of girls in the villages so that they just don't go as domestic helpers, but they go and work in some industry. We have schemes of skill development, which is helping them to earn 15-20,000 rupees, either in the state or in some other cities. But they have a decent work, decent livelihood that we are working towards. And I'm sure migration, if happens from Jharkhand, will be on the individual's choice and not out of stress.
Right. There is one more initiative which is called Digital Panchayat. How do you see this? How do you see technology being used, and especially when we still lack internet connectivity in rural villages? How do you see that progressing?
See, uh, this uh, mm, this reminds me of our late Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi ji, who started this digital activities in the country long back.
Right.
And when I think of digital panchayat, I imagine that to ensure that the villagers don't have to go a long way to block or districts to get their uh, day-to-day things from the government. So if we have a digital panchayat, we ensure that people don't travel a lot and don't get harassed at the block levels or district levels. They can just walk into their panchayat and get their Jati Praman Patra or any other certification, or they can apply for the government schemes and they get the benefits in there without running around.
Mm.
So we imagine digital panchayat as a tool to ensure ease for the villagers, and we also want to minimize the human interaction where a lot of things uh, I'll be honest, a lot of complaints of corruptions come.
True.
So if somebody can get the benefits, the government, especially the government schemes benefit without interacting a lot with human, we have minimal human interfaces so that a person has has the convenience to uh, apply for a scheme, get the benefit of the scheme without any delay. We also want digital panchayat so that we can track everything on a click of a button. So right sitting in Ranchi, I can see that what is happening in any remote panchayat of Palamu and how many people are interested in what kind of schemes. It can be a good MIS for us to plan our schemes, the later schemes which we intend to do.
Right. But there is a lot, like we discussed before, this last minute delivery is definitely somewhere where state policies and even when people want to work get delayed. So, how are you ensuring that this last minute delivery, accountability, transparency, and implementation is ensured? And the accountability is given also.
We have to have deadlines. We have ensured the implementation of schemes like Surge and Pension, Abu Awas, Maya Samman meticulously in the state. We had Sarkar Aapke Dwar scheme programs which ensured the villager gets an option to apply for the scheme in that particular panchayat, and within a span of 30 days, 60 days, they got the benefit of certain schemes like surgeon pension and Maya Saman also. So I think if we worked with focus and if we want to deliver, uh, it won't be tough. It is very easy. We have to have deadlines, and we have to build a mechanism of accountability of our working force also, be it uh, uh, clerk at block level or a bureaucrat at the senior most level in the state. So
Hmm.
accountability of the government officials will play a major role. The government has political will, so I'm sure this will be done, and we have done this successfully in the past years.
What is actually your own guiding principle that guides you to work in public service?
See, I am into politics because of Sri Rahul Gandhi ji. He started to invite youth during 2007 to 14. He was in charge for Youth Congress, and many like us have joined politics uh, and see him as our uh, guide, mentor, politics. And with his vision and ideology of Congress, I think I am into public service and to help the person who is last in the line is our focus. And I think his motivation and his guidance has helped us a lot. A lot. We are in roles where we can make the difference. So we are just trying to bring the change we ever dreamt of.
Right? Do you think we need more women policymakers in positions so that they can just do the work and get the work done? They don't just promise.
Definitely, we need to have equal voice. I am not saying that we have a larger voice than men, but this is high time when we should have equal voice, and we ensure that our roles are in decision making and not just. Uh, we shouldn't be just considered as voters. We should. It is very necessary for women to be in the decision making positions, and I try to uh, influence the decisions myself, and I also try and support women who can be the change makers, and especially in decision making roles when they can contribute, we try and support such women also.
What are the qualities you think that a woman needs to be a policymaker and to be somebody, let's say a politician, because it's a tough word for them?
No, I think it is as easy as running a home. When you can run your home successfully, you have training of, in fact, I can say all the departments at a time. So if you're a good homemaker, and your being educated can help you in politics, and the commitment and passion, I think almost every woman has. It is only about opportunities. If
Hmm.
I got an opportunity, I am sitting here. Maybe someday if you get an opportunity, you can be a decision maker in the political system.
Right. This will be my last question to you. Do you think that uh, when a woman is working, she works with different sensibilities and she has bigger view than a man would have probably, and she has more courage to fight and get the work done?
See, this is not a fight against women, against men. I would say that women are gifted and they are built like this.
Mm.
We are more sensitive, we are result oriented,
Mm.
and also because under this pressure that we have to prove ourselves, so we work better
Mm.
uh, when we are given an opportunity. So this shouldn't be considered as a competition with men, but I think we should have rightfully our share in in playing the role as of a decision maker or a leader. So I would just say that we should get our shares rightfully and not by fighting with somebody else.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much for
Thank you so much.
joining us, and it was wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thanks. Thanks.
Thank you.